hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khush aamdeed, ji aya nu, goeiemorgen.
Bakhair agale, ni hao, tune shumme, washmale, ohio gonzaimes, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal, hale shama chatore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, buna, and a very amazing good morning to everybody who's tuned into PTV World and are watching World this morning alongside the very amazing, the very special, the very talented Shiza Hashmi and Shazad Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you today?
I am great, how are you?
But what happened to you yesterday?
I was like not feeling well.
Not feeling well? Are you fine now?
Yeah, I'm absolutely better. And
That's
all
great.
of you guys take care of yourself. And how are you feeling today? And
Well, I'm
how
great.
come like you're so casual?
Oh my God, look at you. So you're trying to tell me that I look casual, but you don't?
I do.
Okay, so we're on the same page for that, and it's because of the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, that the first segment of the show is going to be very interesting, and I think this is something which we do not do very often.
But we're planning to, probably.
Yeah, but
we
are planning to have a segment with the name of Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars too as well. But before I give you all these details, there's this one public service message which is very important. And do you want to do the honors?
No, because you saw.
Okay, I'll do the honors. So, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody who's about to leave for work, please make sure that you do not come from blue area because D Chalk is blocked. Yeah. And I don't know why it's blocked, but I think that it's the utility store guys probably having a protest or something of that sort. So it's going to waste a lot of time. Please make sure that you do not go from the D Chalk side. जितने भी हजरात अभी इस वक्त मुझे सुन रहे हैं जो अंग्रेजी नहीं समझ सकते, डी चौक से प्लीज़ मत आइएगा क्योंकि डी चौक ब्लॉक्ड है. आपका टाइम और वक्त जो है दोनों कीमती हैं और वो ज़ाया हो जाएंगे. So that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And so before we move on to the Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars that we have in our studio today, let's take a look at the top stories for this hour.
Let's do it. Good morning.
Prime Minister Imran Khan is in Saudi Arabia to participate in the Future Investment Initiative Conference beginning in Riyadh today.
Wow.
Go, Prime Minister.
And a very good news to start your day with. Pakistan creates history by winning all 6 titles in Junior World Scrabble Championship at Nottingham in England. Wow. Congratulations to all those people who participated and won.
And Chinese President Xi Jinping has officially opened the world's longest sea crossing bridge 9 years after the construction had begun. Including its access roads, the bridge spans 55 kilometers, that is 34 miles, and connects Hong Kong to Macau and the mainland Chinese city of Zhuhai as well.
Wow, and it looks beautiful too as well. Imagine having a ride on this bridge.
Whoa, took 9 years to be constructed.
Yeah.
Well, these were the top stories for the hour, and you know, for a very long time, I feel like we didn't have a musical show, right? We didn't invite quite some artists or singers, especially on our show, because we love doing that, as we always say. We love the energy that we have. So this time, this is something little, you know, singers are here, but with a twist. So they're young singers. I mean, they're probably not even in their teens yet. I'm pretty sure they know. Why are you laughing?
Because they're very young. I mean, you should have called them kids.
Okay. They're kids singers. Yeah. Okay, but they're so cute, and you know they're going to sing national songs for us. I guess, yes. And time to introduce them.
Yeah, but before we introduce them, ladies and gentlemen, for all those parents who are out there, and if you think that you know your kid has actually got a talent, please make sure that you write to us, because by the end of the show, every time we tell you that you know our Facebook page, Twitter page, and whatnot. So all of these people who actually come on the show, we definitely screen them from our Facebook inboxes too as well, or Twitter. So if you see that you know there's this different kind of talent in your kid, let us know and we'll definitely have them on the show. But without any further ado, I'm going to introduce the little angels over here, looking very cute, sharp, and amazing from the Play School. Thank you very much for Play School for sending them over to the show too as well. So on my right hand side, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by Hajra Saifullah, and she's a student at the Play School. Hello Hajra, how are you? Assalamu alaikum.
I'm fine, walaikum salam. How are you?
Absolutely perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. And alongside Hajra, we have been joined by Muhammad Fasih, and he's a student at Play School too as well. Hello Fasih, how are you? Assalamu alaikum.
I'm fine. How are you?
We are absolutely perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. So, okay, first things first. When you got to know that you guys are going to be on television, what was the first reaction you guys had?
I was kind of shocked.
Okay.
But were you excited?
Yes, because this is my first experience at the real life show.
Okay.
So
that's exciting, right? And what about you? Were you happy, excited?
Yes, I am happy. I was happy and exciting, but I was a little bit nervous.
Oh,
okay, so now what you need to do is you need to relax. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms, take a deep breath in, and just let the air out.
Yeah,
so,
see, he's relaxing. He's talking like we usually do in a conversation.
So that's what it is. So when you told your parents, your mom or dad, that okay, we'll be going to this studio, and I'm sure that the parents are actually watching you guys on television too as well. So thank you very much for giving them permission to be over here on the show.
And for supporting their talent as well.
What was their reaction?
My mom was kind of happy, and my father was in office, so I couldn't tell him.
Really?
Yes.
So
so now he knows, right?
I think so.
Okay.
So she thinks that her father actually knows, but obviously he knows.
Of course.
And Fasi, what about you? When you told your parents that okay, I'll be going for a television show, what was the first reaction your parents had?
They were happy and give me permission to go.
Okay. And now after the show, when you guys are going to go back, are you guys going to ask for something special from your parents because you did a great job today?
Yeah, maybe a gift or something, or a dinner?
Yes,
So what have you thought? What are you going to get?
I'll get some chocolates. 'cause I
Chocolates?
love
Okay, I think chocolates, we can help you with that too as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fasi, what about you? What do you want from your parents? Do you want a toy car, remote control car?
Yes, I wanted
Toy car.
Toy car? A remote control car or a helicopter or a drone?
No, I want remote control.
You want a remote control car. I always loved RC cars too as well. But before we get into any other conversation, I think, who's going to sing first?
Did you guys actually prepare for this one? I mean, when you knew that you were going to go to a show, so did you pick your favorite song and, you know, practice a lot? You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
So I think we'll start with Fasi.
Okay.
So Fasi, which song are you going to share with us?
I am singing Mere Watan.
Mere Watan. It's a great song. I love it too as well. Gives me a lot of energy. But how long did it take you to prepare and learn the song?
2 or 3 days.
That's it.
That's it.
And how many songs can you sing today?
I can sing
Do
one
you
or
listen to
two.
a lot of songs?
Yes.
And do you dance too? Oh, a little. He's a naughty boy. Okay, so let's listen to Mere Watan first. Go ahead.
मेरे वतन ये अकीदतें और प्यार तुझ पे निसार कर दूं मोहब्बतों के ये सिलसिले बेशुमार तुझ पे निसार कर दूं मेरे वतन तेरी मोहब्बत में मौत आए तो इससे बढ़कर नहीं है ख्वाहिश ये एक जान क्या हजार हो तो हजार तुझ पे निसार कर दूं ये एक जान क्या हजार हो तो हजार तुझ पे निसार कर दूं मेरे वतन
Wow, you're such a good singer, Fasi. Mashallah, very nice.
That was fabulous. That was fantastic. But do you think that there are situations at times that you're listening to music and you're not studying, and then your parents are actually telling you, Fasi, please stop listening to music. Go. You need to study. Your exams are coming up.
I can study
while listening to music.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to do that too as well.
Well, that's great. Do you sing songs in your school as well? Do you participate in competitions?
Yes.
And do you win?
Yes.
Well, you look like you win. You're such a good singer.
But which is your favorite song though?
My favorite song is Hindi song, and this is Paas Aaye, Hamari Adhuri Kahani.
Okay, can you share a little?
Yes.
And I think Atif Aslam sang this song too as well.
I don't
All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead if you can sing that.
पास आए दुनिया फिर भी कम
Oh, beautiful song.
ना हुई एक अधूरी सी हमारी कहानी रही आसमां को ज़मीं ये ज़रूरी नहीं जान ले इश्क सच्चा वही जिसको मिलती नहीं मंजिलें इश्क थे नूर था जब करीब तू था एक जन्नत सा था ये जहां वक्त की रेत पे कुछ मेरे नाम सा लिख के छोड़ गया तू कहाँ हमारी अधूरी कहानी हमारी अधूरी कहानी
Beautiful, yeah.
Brilliant.
क्या बात है फसी तुम्हारी.
Wow.
Very nice. But let me just move on to Hajra now.
Okay.
So Hajra, for how long have you been singing, first of all?
From class 5th, I guess.
And who told you? How did you realize? I'm sorry, but
well, it's all right.
Yeah. When did you realize that I'm a singer? I should perform.
When just our school started the competitions, so I first participated in the groups.
Okay.
So then my teacher told me that your voice is beautiful. You have to participate in competitions. So then that's the
And your parents were supporting you in that as well?
yes, my
But that's
parents
great,
supported
no?
me.
That's great. But for
yes.
somebody who's actually a singer, who wants to be a singer, is actually wearing a karate outfit right now. Why are you wearing a karate outfit?
Because today is our karate.
Okay, but before we ask you any other question, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to head out towards a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with two amazing singers over here in the studios. I'm loving it. She's loving it.
Absolutely.
Good morning.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to World this morning after a very, very short break that we took. And now we're back to Hajra. And we were talking about when you started participating in competitions in your school. So you were winning, right?
Yes.
And was your mom proud of it?
Yes,
And she supports you?
She really
And like
supports
Shazad
me.
just said, do you happen to choose singing over studying, and does she get pissed at that, oh my God, stop doing that, Hajra, you need to study?
No, she just because I study on my own. No one just teach me. I have special schedule in my home, so
wow.
according to that, I study 2 to 3 hours.
Oh,
Okay, that's great. And for how long do you listen to music?
1 hour.
1 hour? Okay, that's cool. So, which song have you prepared for us today?
Dilo mein leke jazbaat.
Dilo mein leke jazbaat. Is that one? By Ali Azmat, I guess?
Yes,
No?
I think.
Yeah, I guess it's Ali Azmat's song. But let's do it. Go ahead.
दिलों में लेके जज्बात हाथों में लेकर हाथा बोलो कभी ना छूटेगा ये साथ जैसे भी हो दिन राता बोलो ये रास्ते कट जाएंगे ये बादल झट जाएंगे हो दीवाने चले जब साथ तो बन जाए बात नहीं अब दूर है मंजिल पास तो आओ मेरे साथ 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 मायूस होना नहीं गर हो तुम नाकामा बोलो पूरे वो होंगे जरूर देखे जो तुमने ख्वाबा बोलो ये रास्ते कट जाएंगे ये बादल झट जाएंगे हो दीवाने चले जब साथ तो बन जाए बात नहीं अब दूर है मंजिल पास तो आओ मेरे साथ आओ मेरे साथ, आओ मेरे साथ.
Wow, that was fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, before we say goodbye to our future champions and singers and whatnot, and very talented kids, I think because I sang, Fasi sang, and Hajra sang too as well. So I guess there's only one person left in the studio who never attempts to sing a single song, a single line.
There is a reason
a single line.
Oh
a single line. Okay, so Fasi, give her a line and she'll sing a line. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, you guys do not ever stop singing. You guys are great at it. So when you grow up, try to pursue it, okay? And we absolutely love giving platform to kids like these. And no, Shazad, that's never going to happen.
Okay, it's all right.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
It's all right. It's all right.
Thank you so much for coming here, guys. And you're going to your karate class after this?
Yes.
Okay, and what about you?
I will not do karate. I will study.
Okay, that's great. So he wants to study, she wants to do karate, but thank you very much for coming over. It was lovely to have you. We are proud of you. And I'm sure that the entire Pakistanis, you know, wherever they are, and if they were watching you right now, they support you too as well. Please keep on doing that. You guys did a wonderful job. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, before we head out towards a short break, this was our first segment. But in the second segment, you know, usually what happens is, for example, people who have been going to the gym or have been working out or dieting a lot, and if they do not lose their weight, so the trainer says this one thing that gets your thyroid tested.
Okay.
So there are these hormonal problems which takes place, for example, during pregnancy. I think women experience that too as well. And, you know, so we're actually discussing one of the branches of medicine which I think plays a very pivotal role in maintaining our health. And this is what our second segment is going to be all about. So please make sure that you stay tuned. We're going towards a
short break.
Yeah, let's do it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sarangi is a bowed, short-necked string instrument from subcontinent, which is used in Pakistani classical music. Its flexible tunability and its ability to produce a large play of tonal color and emotional nuance makes it unique. Carved from a single block of wood, the sarangi has a box-like shape with 3 hollow chambers called stomach, chest and brain. It's usually around 2 feet long and around 6 inches wide. It has 3 melody strings and 11 to 37 sympathetically vibrating metal strings.
Welcome back to Well This Morning, ladies and gentlemen. For all those who just joined in the first segment, we had some amazing, amazing little stars. Yes, good morning. We had some amazing, brilliant little stars who sang for us, and we really hope that they actually do pursue singing in the future, inshallah. And for this segment, this isn't as informative as it gets, because personally, we didn't even know what this is about, and we had to Google it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is about hormonal imbalances, and endocrinology.
Yeah, endocrinology.
Yes, that is the word. And so basically, we have a doctor, a physician, who's actually going to discuss all of these things and tell us and tell you as well what this means. So, you know, like you were saying just a while ago, when you go to the gym and you need to keep your hormonal balance checked because...
No, it wasn't that. So when you go to the gym and, you know, for example, if you've been working out and dieting for 2 long months and, you know, you go to your trainer
and you ask him, don't lose weight.
And you ask him that, you know, why am I not losing weight? So, you know, the first thing they say is, you know, go get your thyroid tested as well. And a lot of people, they do not even get their thyroid tested the entire lifetime, you know, while they have been on earth. So I think this is something which we need to pick up on too as well, ladies and gentlemen. But other than that, you know, just like we go to different hospitals where we read different departments, oncology, peds and whatnot. So I was just discussing it with our guest too as well, that we never got to see such a board in any hospital where it said endocrinology. But endocrinology, to whatever extent of our knowledge may probably be, I think will probably be around obesity, diabetes, hormonal imbalances, and this is what we can...
Thyroid and its different types, of course. And you know, most of the time, I know a lot of people who actually can't figure out what's wrong with them, but they are obviously going through something, and it's usually because of the imbalance of hormones. And it's also somehow, I don't know why I'm stuttering, man. It's also somehow related to, you know, cosmetics as well. I'll tell you how. So sometimes...
But before the break, we decided that we're going to talk less.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, on my right-hand side...
we have been joined by Dr. Faryal Mahmood, who is an endocrinologist. She's working at Pakistan Atomic Energy. She works at a private clinic with the name of Islamabad Specialist Clinic, which is an FA2 as well. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. How are you?
Thank you very much, Shehzad and Shiza, for such a nice introduction. I have been in Pakistan for last 2 to 3 years. Before I was in Saudi Arabia.
So you're in
Riyadh.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So let us get the conversation started. What is endocrinology?
Basically, you have given a nice introduction about it.
We try.
So, you know, it is science which deals with hormonal imbalances, and the first disease that comes in the umbrella of endocrinology is diabetes, basically. Diabetes actually comes because of the hormonal imbalance. This is something that very few of us know about it. So the first bulk of disease that we are dealing with diabetes. So this is what we are dealing. And then we are also dealing with thyroid disorders. We are dealing with a lot of problems among women which are because of hormonal imbalances. Women who are suffering from because of the menstrual disorders. Sometimes they have fertility problems. They have problems with their hormones. So for long and long years, nobody picks up that they have problems with their hormones. So they should get their hormones checked up.
And usually, you know what happens? I'm sorry, I'm speaking again. But so, you know, in boys who are... No, I can't say men. So in boys, usually when they're not they're trying to grow beard, but they're not able to. And in some women, usually they have some extra facial hair growth. That is also because of hormonal imbalance, right? So not a lot of people know it is because of that. And when just a while ago you mentioned that diabetes is also caused because of the imbalance. But the hormonal imbalance is one of the things that causes diabetes, or is it the only thing?
Well, basically the root cause is hormonal imbalance of the diabetes. It is obesity and hormonal imbalance.
So what are some of the most common diseases or disorders, let's say, which are caused due to hormonal imbalance and you came across in Pakistan?
As I said before, number 1, diabetes. Number 2, thyroid disorders because of the deficiency of thyroid hormone or the excess of thyroid hormone. Then we are dealing with the menstrual disorders among the women or the fertility problems. Then we are dealing with the male health problems. We are dealing with the puberty disorders among children. We are dealing with the growth disorders, a lot of problem. A lot of growth disorders are neglected in the child clinics. in the pediatric clinics.
Right.
Because they are never picked up, they are just neglected. I get to see a lot of children, they are just prescribed the multivitamins. They are just told that you have a nutritional deficiency, you don't need to see anyone else. Actually, they have growth hormone deficiency.
So are we trying to imply over here that we are talking about testing of the testosterones, and I forgot the female version of it too as well. What do we call it?
Estrogen.
Yeah, estrogens. So is it all about that? Because
it's all about that.
Because what I've heard and what I've known is, because I go to the gym myself as well, so people with the testosteronal deficiency cannot actually grow their muscles too as well. So, and they pick up on different techniques, for example, anabolic steroids and whatnot. So hormonal imbalance is caused because of steroids. What kind of impact do you think it is going to have on anybody's health?
Impact in terms of what? Can you explain?
In terms of people who actually work out and, you know, inject anabolic steroids to themselves, or probably testosterone injections. So, and they do it by themselves, you know.
Yeah.
So
let me explain that. This is something you are talking about, the misuse of these hormones. The misuse of each of these hormones has got its own side effects. For example, if you are using, usually people use growth hormone as in the gyms. For to develop the muscles, to develop muscles.
Right.
And there is definitely you can have the side effects of these. You can have the fluid retention. You can have a lot of, you can develop diabetes because of the misuse of these hormones.
So basically, immediately they will get the results that they want, but long-term effects are not very favorable.
Likewise, testosterone, we get to see, for example, you can have a lot of side effects.
Right. I'm sorry I have to cut you down here because we have to head out to a very short break. We will be right back. Stay tuned to PTV World. Good morning.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and continuing with our conversation with Dr. Fayal Mahmood Saiba, who's an endocrinologist as well. So we want to get the best information out, and we're only left with 5 minutes. So let me just come down to thyroid now, because we have talked about the you know, growth hormones and whatnot, where people inject, which you said are very dangerous, and people shouldn't be doing that. But with thyroid, you know, it's very tricky because we do not get to see it on the outer side, whether it's swollen or not. So how do we get to know whether there's a problem with our thyroid?
Sometimes it's swollen also, actually. And this is a misconcept. Sometimes it's swollen, but you don't have any problem with the high or low. So many times people come to me and they say it's big, but what to do? I'm really worried. So you don't have to worry about it. You have to get the levels done. And if it's not high or low, you don't have to do anything about it. Sometimes people come to me and they say, I want to get it removed. But if you're cosmetically concerned, it's something else. If you're not cosmetically concerned, you don't need to remove it. right? If the levels are high or low, you need to get the medicine for this. Their surgery is not the option unless and until there is a malignancy, there is a cancer in it.
Right.
This is a very wrong practice in Pakistan. Unfortunately, people get it removed surgically. Surgery
Even for
is
young kids, I know they get the thyroid
exactly. This is a very wrong practice in Pakistan, and the you just need medicines for the high or low.
Okay, so let's talk about high and low, hyperthyroid and hypothyroid, right? So before you explain that, I have a very quick question about hyperthyroid or any of these. So if you happen to face a hyperthyroid once, like my mom did for a very long time, and she sort of coped up with it, is it going to happen again? Are there chances of that?
Yeah, well, depends on the mode of treatment you give.
Okay.
If you give, there is a two kind. This is a little detailed kind of a question actually.
Okay.
If there are two kinds of treatment, there is one iodine. If you give iodine, there is no chance. There is a very little chance that you get the relapse.
Recurrence of the
Recurrence.
Okay.
If you get the drugs, there is a high chance that you get the relapse.
Okay, perfect. So very quickly, the difference, or let's say the symptoms of hyperthyroid and hypothyroid.
In hyperthyroid, because thyroxine is the hormone which increases the metabolism.
Okay. Okay.
Increases the expenditure of the energy that you have in the blood.
So you lose weight.
You lose weight, and you have the tremors and all kind of these things. In hypothyroidism, if you have less thyroxine, you gain weight and obesity and all. If you're female, your periods become irregular and these kind of things.
Okay, but let's talk about obesity too as well, because over here in Pakistan, we have this tradition of eating all types of food enriched with oil and whatnot, overcooking.
Exactly.
So generally, I think 50% of the population of the country is just fat anyway.
Exactly.
And they're malnourished too alongside being fat.
On the other side.
So do you think that endocrinology plays an important role in that too as well, where people are unaware of the fact that they're getting fat, not because that they're eating too much, but because there's something wrong with their body?
Well, we can do a lot about it. We can counsel people. We can give them drugs also if they are at the extreme of obesity. Actually, there is endocrinologists refer them for the surgery also. There is a surgery coming up for the people who are at the extreme of obesity, and they are getting uncontrolled blood sugars and high blood pressure.
So what kind of surgery will it be?
Surgery, actually, we are not doing it. The surgeons, the expert who are not general surgeons, the surgeons who are expert in this. This surgery is called bariatric surgery.
Okay.
And the post-op, we can look after the patients.
Okay.
So this surgery is being done. Actually, some of the surgeons are doing it, and in this they staple the stomach.
Okay. So that you just don't eat too much, anyways.
You have to modify your lifestyle. In any case, you have to modify the lifestyle.
Okay.
It's not that you just get the stomach stapled and you can just
and also, so when you start to age, so the chances of your hormones being imbalanced rises as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so is osteoporosis related to this too?
Yeah.
Okay, how?
Because when you're because your bone health depends on your hormones, especially on your sexual hormones. They maintain your bone health.
Okay.
So when they decline, your bone health starts declining.
Okay.
Especially among females, and now the research is coming up that there is a male menopause also. So definitely the osteoporosis comes up then.
Okay, so now, being a Pakistani, I know that I've faced a lot of people who actually have three of these most common diseases, let's say. Diabetes, of course, thyroid, hyper or hypo, and then osteoporosis or any, bone diseases as well. So for those people out there who are aging and who are probably even not aging and facing these difficulties with their hormones, what do you suggest them? I mean, is there any way to prevent this, or, cure comes later?
And look in the camera and talk to all those people who are out there. This is your camera over here.
Well, for the diabetes, people have to modify their lifestyle. If you won't modify your lifestyle, the drugs are cure, but they are not the ultimate cure. You have to modify your lifestyle, number one. For the thyroid, of course, if unfortunately you get it, it's not something something which is not untreatable. It's a very, very treatable disease. You can get rid of it, and if you go to the proper doctor, it's a very treatable disease. It's not something an unfortunate thing. Number three, osteoporosis. Osteoporosis, we can very well prevent it with the calcium and vitamin D supplements. We can treat it at the time when you get it, and it's something which comes at a very late age. but it can be preventable with adequate supplementation of calcium and vitamin E, and with, of course, you should be doing some physical activity also.
Wow.
This is what I would like to recap everything.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saiba, for being with us. It was lovely to have you, and we hope that we did justice with whatever time we were left with, but thank you very much once again. And for all those people who are out there, there's only one piece of advice which I give to everybody out there, and that is that please make sure that you actually get your entire body tested after every 6 months or in a year's time too as well, just in case to keep in check on your general health.
Yeah, absolutely. And stay protected, and also don't come from blue area because D-Shock is closed, sealed actually for now, for today probably.
So do not forget to write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of
Well This Morning.
On Twitter.
Well This Morning without a G.
On Daily Motion.
Well This Morning.
On YouTube.
Well This Morning.
And the fabulous repeat is going to be at
5 past 11 in the night.
1, 2, 3. Good morning. Thank you.